Stop waiting to be discovered. Why your brilliance needs a business plan. Welcome to Soft Girl Era, the sacred space where strong Black women and unlearned survival rediscover softness and reclaim the joy, rest, and freedom they deserve without guilt, without apology, and without explanation. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dole, say, like sweet softness whispered in French, and I'm your guide from burnout to boundaries, from doing to being, from strong to soft, and loving every second of it. Today, I had the profound honor of sitting down with Norline Ezell-Trent, a visionary leader, strategist, and advocate who is fundamentally transforming the way Black professionals and entrepreneurs approach success. Norline is not just building businesses, she's building pathways, creating visibility, and redefining what it means to thrive without burning out. Her work is a powerful reminder that excellence alone is not enough and that our gifts deserve strategy, structure, and sustainability. What I learned from Norline has the power to shift how we see ambition, rest, and our own value. And I'm here to share that wisdom with you. Norline is making the world a better place by empowering Black professionals and entrepreneurs to step into their full power, claim their space, and build legacies that honor both their brilliance and their humanity. Let me start with something Norline said that stopped me in my tracks, that made me sit back and question everything I thought I knew about success. She told me that success for Black professionals and entrepreneurs is not just about working harder, it's about building visibility, systems, and sustainability. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've been taught our whole lives that if we just work hard enough, if we just show up early and stay late, if we just give a little more, then the recognition, the opportunities, the compensation will follow. We've been told that excellence is the golden ticket, that if we're just good enough, smart enough, dedicated enough, the doors will open, the world will see us, the rewards will come. But Norline challenged that belief head on. She said that too often we're taught to focus only on excellence and output, but not on how to protect our energy, position our value, and create pathways that allow our success to compound. And here's the part that really hit me, that shook me to my core. She said the real shift happens when we stop treating burnout as a badge of honor and start treating strategy, rest, and clarity as part of the business plan. Let that sink in for a moment. Strategy, rest, and clarity as part of the business plan. Not as luxuries, not as rewards for when we finally make it, but as essential components of sustainable success. This is the counterintuitive truth that Norline is living and teaching. We've been conditioned to believe that rest is the opposite of ambition, that if we slow down, we'll fall behind, that if we set boundaries, we'll miss opportunities, that if we prioritize our peace, we're somehow less committed, less serious, less worthy. But what if the opposite is true? What if the very thing we've been avoiding, rest, clarity, intentional strategy, is actually the key to unlocking the kind of success that doesn't drain us but sustains us? What if we've been playing the game all wrong? What if the rules we've been following were never designed for us to win? Norline shared three key insights that I want you to hold on to write down, to carry with you long after this conversation ends. First, your gifts need a strategy. Talent is powerful, but without positioning, planning, and consistency, it can stay invisible. You can be the most brilliant person in the room, the most creative, and the most innovative. But if people don't know what you do, who you serve, or how to access your value, your brilliance stays hidden. Clarity about your brand, your message, and your goals is not optional. It's essential for growth. It's the difference between being talented and being seen, between being capable and being compensated, between being good at what you do and being known for what you do. Second, rest and discipline are not opposites. You do not have to choose between being ambitious and being well. Sustainable success comes from systems that protect your peace while helping you move with intention. This is the lie we've been sold, that we have to sacrifice our well being to achieve our dreams, that we have to choose between our health and our goals, between our families and our careers, between our peace and our purpose. But Norline is living proof that you can build something powerful without breaking yourself in the process, that you can be both soft and successful, both intentional and impactful, both rested and relentless. Third, visibility creates opportunity. Many Black professionals and entrepreneurs are doing remarkable work behind the scenes, but opportunities often come when people can clearly see your value. Speak up, show up, and make sure the right people know what you bring to the table. This is not about being loud for the sake of being loud. It's about being intentional, strategic, and unapologetic in claiming the space you deserve. It's about understanding that your silence is not humility, it's invisibility. And invisibility does not serve you, your family, your community, or the world that needs what you have to offer. Now, let me show you what this looks like in real life. Let me take you into the stories of three leaders who embody everything Norline is teaching. Three people who didn't just work harder, they worked smarter. They built systems, they positioned their value, they made themselves visible, and they created pathways for their success to compound. Let's talk about Ursula Burns. Ursula Burns became the first Black woman CEO of a Fortune 500 company when she led Xerox from 2009 to 2016. Think about that for a moment. The first in the entire history of Fortune 500 companies. Her journey is a powerful example of executive leadership, resilience, and the importance of being prepared for opportunities when they come. Burns led Xerox during a period of major industry change, a time when the demand for traditional printing was declining and the company needed to shift towards services and technology. She didn't just manage that transition, she led it. She helped guide Xerox through strategic restructuring, business transformation, and operational discipline. Her leadership emphasized adapting to market realities rather than clinging to legacy models. But here's what makes her story so relevant to what Norlane is teaching. Burns didn't just work hard, she built deep operational knowledge and credibility inside the company. She positioned herself, she made her value visible. She started as an intern, and worked her way up, not just through talent, but through strategy, preparation, and intentional relationship building. She grew up in New York City, and over time, she built the kind of expertise and trust that made her the obvious choice for leadership when the moment came. Her rise expanded what corporate leadership can look like and continues to inspire Black professionals to pursue executive pathways with confidence and preparation. She didn't wait to be discovered. She built a strategy that made her value impossible to overlook. Now let's talk about Richelieu Dennis. Richelieu Dennis founded Sundial Brands, the company behind Shea Moisture, and built it into a major beauty brand that centered Black consumers and natural hair care needs. Dennis identified a gap in the market. Black consumers were often underserved by mainstream beauty brands, especially in products designed for natural hair and culturally specific needs. So, what did he do? He didn't just create a product, he built a brand rooted in community insight, customer trust, and mission driven product development. He listened, he paid attention, he understood that Black consumers are not a niche. They are a powerful market deserving of dedicated products and representation. Later, Sundial Brands partnered with Unilever, expanding reach and scale. Shea Moisture became one of the most recognized natural hair care brands in the world, proving that culturally informed entrepreneurship can become highly scalable. Dennis and his family sold products in Harlem before scaling the business. The company emerged from a real need in the Black community and grew by listening closely to customers. This is what Norline means when she says your gifts need a strategy. Dennis didn't just create a product, he created a brand, a message, and a movement. He made his value visible and the world responded. He didn't wait for mainstream beauty to acknowledge him. He built something so undeniable that they had no choice but to pay attention. And then there's Janice Bryant Howroyd. Janice Bryant Howroyd founded Actone Group and became the first Black woman to build and own a $1 billion company. Let me say that again. The first Black woman to build and own a $1 billion company. Howroyd entered business in a market where Black women faced significant barriers to access, capital, and credibility. She had to build trust while competing in a heavily male dominated industry. But she didn't let those barriers stop her. She focused on service excellence, relationship building, and consistent execution. Her company grew by solving real workforce and staffing needs for clients. Act One Group expanded into a global staffing and workforce solutions company with a long standing reputation for performance and integrity. Howroyd started with a small staffing operation and built it through persistence, strong business systems, and a deep belief in her ability to serve at scale. Her story reinforces that Black women can create massive economic impact when they combine discipline, service, and long term vision. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for someone to believe in her. She built the system, set the strategy, and made her value impossible to ignore. These three leaders, Ursula Burns, Richelieu Dennis, and Janice Bryant Howroyd, all embody the principles Norline Ezell-Trent is teaching. They didn't just work harder, they built systems. They positioned their value, they made themselves visible. They created pathways for their success to compound. And they did it without burning out because they understood that sustainability is not a luxury, it's a requirement. So here's the question I want to leave you with, the question Norline challenged me with, and the question I'm now passing on to you. What would change in your career or business if you stopped waiting to be discovered and started building a strategy that made your value impossible to overlook? Think about that for a moment. How many of us are sitting on brilliance, waiting for someone to notice? How many of us are doing incredible work in the shadows, hoping that one day someone will see us? How many of us are tired, burned out, exhausted, not because we're not good enough, but because we've been working without a plan, without visibility, without systems that protect our peace while amplifying our impact? What if we stopped waiting? What if we took control of our own visibility? What if we built the systems, set the boundaries, and created the clarity that allowed our gifts to shine without us having to sacrifice our peace? This is the invitation Norline is extending. This is the shift she's calling us into. And this is the heart of what Soft Girl Era is all about. We are learning to be soft in a world that taught us survival. We are releasing the cape. We are redefining strength. We are embracing softness, not as weakness, but as a radical act of self love. We are healing in real time. We are protecting our peace as a practice, and we are turning our survival into something sacred, something that supports not just us, but the people who come after us. Norline Ezell-Trent is doing this work every single day. She is helping Black professionals and entrepreneurs build visibility, create systems, and sustain their success without burning out. And her message is clear: your gifts need a strategy. Rest and discipline are not opposites, and visibility creates opportunity. So I want to challenge you today. I want you to stop waiting, stop hoping, stop believing that your excellence alone will be enough. It won't. Not because you're not excellent, but because excellence without strategy is invisible. Excellence without positioning is overlooked. Excellence without boundaries is exhausting. I want you to ask yourself right now, what is one thing I can do today to make my value more visible? What is one boundary I can set to protect my peace? What is one system I can build to make my success sustainable? And then I want you to do it. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Today, right now, because the world is waiting for what you have to offer. Your community needs your gifts. Your family deserves to see you thrive without burning out. And you deserve to build something beautiful, something powerful, something that honors both your brilliance and your humanity. This is your moment. This is your invitation. This is your soft girl era. A deep exhale from the Superwoman script, a quiet but powerful return to softness, rest, self trust, and radical joy. You don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to do it at the expense of your peace. Now go build something that makes your value impossible to overlook. Go set the boundaries that protect your brilliance. Go create the systems that sustain your success. And remember, you are not waiting to be discovered. You are the discovery. You are the strategy. You are the revolution. Stay soft, stay strong, stay true. And most importantly, stop waiting.